Hello everybody. Petrified wood and the valuizing of persons. That's quite a title. I'm going to take you from the first to the second in 4 steps of my thinking to help it make sense, partly to me as I say this and partly to you. So, petrified wood. I've long liked petrified wood. I think it's very cool stuff. I had a piece of it one time that was so big it would fit in your hand here, not a little bitty piece. You could easily see the grains of the lines of grain in it, just like you can see the grain lines in this piece of wood, which I keep because it's so beautiful. It had broken off on those grain lines in a step pattern. But what does a guy need a piece of petrified wood for? So I gave it to a science teacher here in the school district. And now that I need it, I don't have it. What I do have is a photograph that my friend Gary sent to me because one of his daughters gave him a piece of petrified wood. So I've got the photo, and he said, "Bob, what's the story about petrified wood?" So Gary, here's the story about petrified wood for you. And for all of us, you need to remember what we learned in 8th grade biology. When you took the skin off of the onion, you put a little dye into it, and you looked at it under a microscope and saw these quintessential little brick-shaped cells. So those are plant cells. There's other shapes of cells, but this is what I saw under the microscope. Keep that shape in mind. Then you need a bog. You cannot have crystal clear water because you need water with lots of mineral floating around in it. And that is often the case in a bog. This is mineral floating around in water amorphously with no form or shape except whatever the water and the land gives it. Mineral, no shape, tree cells. Tree falls into bog. And the cells of the tree start to absorb that mineral. And over 10 years, and over 1,000 years, and over 100,000 years, the mineral starts to fill up these cells. And the long-lasting mineral replaces the short-lasting wood. But the short-lasting wood has given shape to the shapeless mineral. They've each gotten something out of this. Short-lasting wood has given shape to the shapeless mineral. And the long-lasting mineral has given permanence to the short-lasting wood. It's kind of cool. Okay. The second one is, I had been long thinking about an idea of mathematics and how it can indicate, not prove. Mathematicians use the word proof in a very specific way. But the mere existence of mathematics can indicate that there's a part of reality that exists but is not material. So I called it, I have to get rid of a little bit of mineral here. I'm talking about reality, and I called it non-material reality exists. I have to review that a little bit, not a whole lot. I'll put a link to it below if you want to see the whole line of my reasoning, and here I'm going to have to just jump over all that to get to my speculations at the end. So I used rectangles and circles and ellipses, but I'm only going to review with the rectangle of my little eraser here. And here in material world, we know that AB equals CD. And in the material world, this is real. in mathematics, it gets turned into just an equation. And there's a bazillion equations that we know, and there's a gajillion more that we will yet find. I ended that video with a couple of speculations. And one speculation was that this is the material world. It is in time and space. I'm going to put that over here. Time and space. And I was thinking and speculating that somehow mathematics is not bound by time, and it's not bound by space. It is outside of time and space. That was a speculation I had. And then while making this video, this one right here, I got thinking maybe that's because mathematics is in a realm that is potential, while the material world is in a realm that is actual. So we have potential reality and actual reality. Just another speculation. Another speculation I had at the end of that video of non-material reality was that, well, here we have matter and a material side of the universe. What if there is a personal side of the universe? And if there is a personal side of the universe, then that would mean over here am I'm a happy guy because I finally get to make this video. And here is you, and you're happy because this is such a fun video to watch. And here's everybody else on every planet in every galaxy of the universe. And they are all happy because the universe is a nice place. I ended that video with the question that here we have something that is outside time and space that is governing and allowing material reality. And here I have persons on a personal side. What is here? I had an idea at the time, but I really didn't know, and I left it as a question mark. The third thing is, then I bumped into a video. I subscribed to one of the many channels I subscribe to is Urantia Life Lessons, and Alice Wood, she puts her name in the credits at the end. I'll put a link to the video I bumped into below. Sent out that video and used a sentence that stuck with me, and that is, values require personality to be applied. Values require personality to be applied. And I got to thinking, mathematics requires matter to be applied. Mathematics require material stuff to be taken from potential into actual. Maybe it's values need personality to be applied. And if that's the case, then this is where values are. I'm going to get rid of my question mark to make more room here. Values would be here. That means that we have compassion here, and we have empathy here, and honesty. We have determination here, values, right? We have love here. This is where they are in potential, but they need personality to be applied. And if that's the case, that means that determination needs this person in that part of the universe to apply determination to make it actual. That means that honesty needs this person on that planet to apply it into time and space, because it's not. That means that here you are, here, this is you, that empathy needs you to absorb empathy into yourself to bring it into actual reality. Here's me. It means that compassion needs me to absorb it into myself to give it form, to be seen and observed. This is the personalizing of values. Values moving into us and becoming personalized. And that resonates with me. Somehow we bring values from the amorphousness of potential into reality, into actual reality, into time and space. Okay, so I get it. But then I start wondering, if this is the personalizing of values, then is there a valuizing of persons? If personalizing values makes values real in time and space, what does the valuizing of persons do to persons? Now, I think I have an idea, but I'm not really certain. I think it would add, to follow the petrified wood thing, it might add permanence, as the mineral does, to the shape of the wood. But I don't really know. No one can be certain, but it sure is fun to think about. See you next time.